Good morning, everyone. How are you guys doing? It's choppy going into month end, isn't it? Oh. So today's Tuesday, month end is Thursday, last trading day of the month is Friday. And we've got some serious short covering going on because we can't fill that gap. Hey, Dave, that gap, we came into it a little bit yesterday, caught bids, closed up. Now, I want you to take a look at this real quick. The cost basis from yesterday and tonight, the blue stuff, and then pay attention to this little indentation right here. Those are single prints. We'll zoom in on them, right? And so there's a short position underneath those single prints. So the most likely scenario for tonight is to take this stuff and try and sell it here. Once again, might be slow, not a lot of opportunity, right? These days are kind of hard to trade, and we're going to use this time to do a little learning. I'm preparing a video on, you guys wanted to talk about patterns like that cup and handle pattern and different ways to trade it. So I'll start working on that. Yesterday, I don't know, I didn't feel well at all. So I was pretty useless. I'll try and get some more work done today. I'm using the same balance zone as yesterday. And I'm using, I used it yesterday, I used it on Friday, and I know that's a little annoying, but it's working, and I can't really get anything going here because I mean, you could use this as balance. You could use this, but it's so small. I just thought I'd stick with the levels, right? Yeah, we don't get sick leave in this business. I remember a couple of times, Ian, like in 2000, 2001, I had like I had pneumonia. I mean, I couldn't even sit up straight. So I was lying down on the floor and I had my monitors on a coffee table and I would just get up, look at the monitors, adjust my markets, go go back to sleep, get up, adjust market. I was like mainlining Advil cold and sinus. It was brutal. Now they don't let me take that stuff anymore. Otherwise, I could just prop myself up chemically when I get sick. But now they're like, "Oh, you've got a heart condition. You can't do that." I'm like, "I'm fine." Yeah, I will do some of that. I spoke to him a little while ago, Dave. I think everything's going to be okay there. It's just he's up to his butt in alligators. Oh man. So what are we gonna do here? Look at this. Look at this horrible price action. Good grief. Write your congressman. Look at this. How are you supposed to trade this? Seriously, you got a 2 point distribution range. And look at this. Now, folks, I hate to be a buzzkill, but you know, look at how, do you see how small these candles are? I mean, even if I zoom in on this chart, it's not going to make these candles any bigger. Look, look how choppy that is. How do you trade that? You don't, right? Good stuff, AZS. You know, so this is the kind of trading that only leaves a trader one choice, right? And we don't like being forced into a box. The only way to trade this is to build a position, right? And then sell into strength. So, basically you got to be like a market maker. Draw a box, you buy underneath this level, and then you sell over it. And if you have remaining, you sell. But look, the levels are working. Had a big price spike up now. We have single prints here. So there's our short position. And what we're going to try and do is get rid of these 2,000 contracts at this tick up here. Right? They're going to try and go sideways here to distribute the inventory under 78 at 86. Right? This is really a month end. This month end will test your discipline, I should say. So what we're going to do, I just need to get some energy. And we're going to do the whole chart pattern thing, which I've been trying to get you guys. Yesterday, so the new members in the room, I'm going to reach out to you guys. Send me, you can DM me, right? Examples of chart patterns that you want to break down and learn the business, why those chart patterns work. I'll be happy to do that. And then, right? And then, like the lady says in Dude, Where's My Car? And then we're going to take those patterns and break it down into the actual mechanics of execution, because that's the most important thing, right? It's great to have a pattern, but how do you execute it? Where do you put your risk? All that good stuff, right? Hey, Cisco. And then, uh, hey, sometimes you just got to be silly. Uh, so, right now, do you see that 76.86 half? That's yesterday's high. If price can stay above that, that's going to force traders to start covering. That's a very common thing. And it's not a manipulation thing. It's just a very common thing. When the market takes out a previous day high, it forces a lot of covering, especially if it sticks over that high, right? Now, we've got a seller at 88. Right? You can see that there's a seller there. And you can see now they're selling 87 and 3/4. So the seller stepped down from there to here. See? When it's slow, right, you can actually do a little homework, right? If you are so inclined, right? If you're a new trader, what I suggest is when it's slow like this, you spend time watching the offer. Hey, Bri, how you doing? You spend time watching the offer and making sure you understand the business that's going on, right? So you can see that there are sellers here. Now they sold there before, they will sell there again. Why? Because they have size and they compete. So if they see buyers lining up, they will move their offer higher and print, right? The offer will go like this and print. Let's see if it can do that. If not, it'll stay where it is. The offer is now at 88. Let's see if we can go 88 1/4 and print it. Print means trade, right? To get a print means get me a trade. So let's see if that can happen, right? It's moving really slow. It's almost slow motion. You can really see it in depth. And right now you can see that no one is willing to pay 88 1/4. So it's being put on sale. Now, how is that at all relevant, JJ? Well, if you're a short seller and you're shorting 87 1/2, your stop would be 88 1/4. Because if they can't, if because that's your sellers at 88, there's your backup, and they're pushing price down. If they move up, right? If your seller's at 88 and your seller moves to 88 1/4, and then half, and then 3/4, that means the market is telling you, hey, there's buyers, we're going to raise price. And you don't want to be short when they raise price. So this is a great example of watching the offer. Oh, see there? Look, let's see. There's the print. You see? See how they printed 88 1/4? Now let's see if they can print 88 1/2. Right? This is creeping the offer higher to see if we can get some poor soul to buy. There we go. 88 1/2 print. So now if you're short, now you know you're in trouble. Let's go 88 3/4. Can we get a print? You guys understand what I'm saying? This is the best indicator you will ever get. Boom, 3/4 print. Can we get an 89 print? Right? This is how trading is done. You watch the offer. You don't watch book nose and nose print and all that crap. This is real trading. There's 89 1/4. Let's go 89 1/2. Can we get a print? So if the offer is moving higher, you might as well, like, you need to short like you need another hole in your head, right? Why would you short when that's happening? Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Just for a brief moment, London came in. Look how the offer moved higher. See, we went boom. Now we take out that overnight high, force some selling. Force some short covering, right? This is how you don't get trapped in a short. Okay. If you were going long at 88 to maybe 90, 91, that's how you take the long. Okay. If you see the offer moving up, you can go long. If you're short and the offer is moving up, govern yourself accordingly. Does that make sense? You guys get it? If you can master this, you watch it when it's slow, right? You watch it when it's really slow. Over time, you'll be able to see it in RTH when it's moving quick, and you'll actually be able to trade RTH and do all those good things. But this is sort of like, these are like drills in football, right? You know, these are the drills that we do. It's like running the Oklahoma drill, right? Where are my football fans, right? You got to run your drills. This is how you learn how to trade. Now you see the offer coming down, right? It was here. Now it's here. Now the next candle, when it opens, look for the top of the next candle. It will tell you where the sellers are. You don't need to worry about where the buyers are. The sellers will tell you where the buyers are. Okay? The sellers will tell you where the buyers are. All you have to do is pay attention, right? So, anyone who wants to learn how to do this, right? We teach you how to do this. If you have the ability to draw a straight line and pay attention and follow directions, we can help you get consistently profitable. Okay? So now this candle is opening. Watch for the top of this candle. See? It's moved down. See? The offer is moving lower because we ran out of buyers at 91. Now, if we get some buyers, we'll move price up. But now you can see that there is a seller at 91 or a group of sellers, right? In the old days, we'd say seller at 91, right? But it means that there's competition at 91. Everyone is sitting there, waiting to pick you off as you come up, right? As the buyers come up, the sellers are just waiting there at 91. As they start to compete, the top of the candles will move lower, right? And then it'll chop around like this. As the sellers see buyers, it'll chop. If they don't see buyers, they're going to drop that ask down here. But right now it's bid 90, offered 91, 91 quarter, right? Why is the market going higher right now? Real simple, my friends. I'm going to show you here on the half-hour candle chart. Check this out. Once we got over 76.84, all of the inventory is underneath us. And now we're going to go into distribution. So you're going to be looking for resistance at around 95.5, 96. Make sense? So smart money is long here. Dumb money is short. As the shorts go to cover, the smart money will raise the price and force the shorts to pay more. Right? That's how you make money. You find people who are trapped and you leverage them. That is how finance works. Okay? Pretty simple. Now you just have to learn how to trade it. Right? But do you understand that? Do you guys see that? How all the inventory for the last couple of days is all underneath us. So now we got to take this and we got to sell it before the end of the month, right? We got to take it and we got to sell it before the end of the month. Why? Because we got to make our numbers, because we are judged on how well we do every month. If you don't make money every month for your clients, right, they're gone. What do you mean, rebel? You could see on this 30-minute chart, you could see that there is a clear balance zone here, right? We dip underneath that level, but well, this is a 1 minute. This is 30. This is 1. The chart on the right is the same as this. This and this are the same thing. This is just a fancier version. No, this is the 30-minute chart here. You see what I'm saying? The 30-minute chart is here. So what is the question? Sorry, I'm a little slow. Oh, the same pattern. You mean this? Doi, sorry. So this and this are the same. Exactly. There you go. I think I finally got it. Sorry, only 1 cup of coffee this morning. Right? So you get a balance zone and then you go into distribution. So the same pattern exists on every time frame because the business is all the same, right? Sorry. Right. My bad. So the business is the same. The pattern repeats itself. Accumulation, distribution, right? Accumulation, distribution. After distribution, what do? We put it on sale to bring in buyers, right? Same thing. And Walmart does it, everybody does it, right? Someone was saying, they've got the nano contract out now, I guess. So there's the mini, the micro, and the nano. And they were saying, well, why did they put out the nano? I mean, because I think the commission's still pretty high for it. And I said, well, this whole business is about product. Okay? The entire business is about creating product that we can sell you, whether it's a stock, whether it's a futures product, whether it's a commodities are hard to create, but you know, taking companies public, that is creating a product to sell to you, right? That's what we're trying to do, right? That's the goal, right? Take a product and sell as much of it as we can. When you guys get tired of buying that, we'll create something else. Right now, right, there are people who are up at 4 in the morning in New York creating product, right? It's a massive, massive machine that creates product to sell to you guys, and it just keeps going over and over and over. So, like, remember when that company Long Island Iced Tea went and did Long Island blockchain? Remember that? What's that? Like, what's hot right now? Oh, okay. Uh, oh, crypto's really hot. Okay, let's sell them crypto. Oh, it's really hot now. AI. Let's do AI deals, right? Whatever is really hot, what you guys want to buy, we will create a deal and sell it to you, right? That is Wall Street. Investment bankers create the product. Salesmen sell it to their institutional clients. And then traders are the truck drivers who drive it to the client and deliver it. Trading is a delivery mechanism for inventory. That's all it is, right? That's all it is. Trading is just a delivery mechanism for inventory. So if you kind of keep that stuff in mind, it'll really help you. It'll keep you from getting bamboozled. You know what I mean? Right? That's what we're going to see, Tim. Good question. So, Tim, this is right here above yesterday's high. That's where the buying should come in. So, what I'd like to see now is I'd like to see the market come down and tickle that 87, 86 and a half level and then pop up. Now, if it accepts back underneath 80, 87, your target will be 83 because this is where the shorts are trapped. So that equals buying. Good question. So we took price all the way up into the 92s, and now we're putting it on sale to see if we can bring in buyers. That's really all we're doing. That process just happens on every time frame, right? Can we get them to buy it here? No, lower price, right? Where they see big buyers, they will raise price. So as we come into these 87s, right? When they see price, they'll start to raise. They see buyers, they'll start to raise price. See how we came to this white line where they were selling before? Let's see if we can hold that 88 level. It's slow, so we might as well learn, right? This is the simplest way to analyze a market so you can actually make money. There's a lot of ways to analyze markets, but not all of them will make you money, unfortunately, right? Because you have to put an execution method around it. So if you don't have a method of executing it, it's really tough. And what we do when we start trading is we just execute from an edge. Like for me right now, I don't see a trade, right? So right now we got to move some inventory up here. This business is all about just moving inventory. Try to sell as much of it as we can for as long as we can at the highest prices. And then put it on sale and blow it out, right? And a lot of you will be wondering, well, why don't the large traders just hold it and sell higher? They can't because of competition. You have to compete, right? That's why if you look at a store, they will say, we will not be undersold, right? You see it all the time, right? Liquidation sale, we will not be undersold. Everything must go. You find a better price, we will match it. It's the same thing here. Same thing. So I'm basically waiting to see if we can actually go and tickle that. There we go. There's yesterday's high, right? Now, if the buyers at that high, if they see desperate sellers, if they see size coming in, they will drop their buy orders really, really quick, right? So if I'm a buyer here and I see 200 contracts coming at me, boom. See it, Tim? See how they drop the bid? So that bid there is not really stable because that buyer or those bids there, they're shorts. So as soon as they see size, they're going to drop that bid and it's going to be dropped down to that 83 and a quarter, 83 and a half level. Have a good one, Tim. We'll see you a little later. Now I'm a little slow today. I was sick all night, so if I was really on the ball, we would have been short 89, 88, and trying to cover 85 for a couple of points. That would have been the trade there. It's a tougher trade, and it was, hindsight's always 2020. So I don't even have my trading account open right now because I'm sniffling and snuffling and trying to get rid of this stupid cold. I don't trade size when I'm sick. I'll scalp micros and stuff like that, but I won't trade size because if I'm not on the ball, there's no use me putting money at risk. Say we get a look at below and fail of 83, but before the candle takes it, no, what you want to do, you want to wait till it does this. You know there's going to be a seller here, right, Italian trader? So for the purposes of your trading right now, what you want to be taking that trade as many times as you can because you'll use the sim to work it out. So you get to know the difference between, the two or three different types of look below and fails, right? You want when you first start trading, right? You want the reps, right? You want the reps, right? You start on the sim so you get the reps of the execution. Then you go onto a funded trader account so you don't waste your money, right? The more repetition, sorry, the more repetition you have, right? I've done many of them, Moran. I've done many of them. Let me see if I can find another one and I'll try and do another one. Where was it? There's one, two, three. I could probably go and do another one, right? Yeah. And the thing is, it's going to be another month of execution for you, right? That whole thing it's a lifelong thing, execution, right? Because just as soon as you start executing well, guess what? The agenda changes, and all of a sudden, boom, right? Your trades aren't working, so you got to adapt and course correct. That's why we do the reps, right? And it's frustrating, right? I'll try and do another one of those videos, Moran. I know I did one. I posted. Where did I? Hang on, stay with me. Sorry. Where's the thing? Where's the thing? Here it is. That's pretty much it for us right now. We couldn't hold yesterday's high, so I would look for that point of control to move up here. Let's see if we can fill the single prints. Slow, slow morning. No problem. All right, folks, I'm going to let you go a little early. And we'll see you at 9 o'clock this morning, Eastern Time. Have a great morning. Thanks, everyone. See you in a few hours. Trade safe out there. Remember, protect the money you made this month. That's the big thing, okay? Thanks. Bye for now.